Today I'm doing a review on the Ignition series handbrake and sequential shifter by 3D Wrap. So let's get straight to it. I like how they wrap these products in plastic, and the foam packaging is nice too. So I'll get the handbrake out next, and you can see that the foam packaging is broken. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but I thought I would just mention it anyway. And just like the handle, the handbrake itself is wrapped in plastic too. Small adjustment spanner, but I've noticed there's no Allen key or fixings. Moving on to the shifter, again just like the handbrake, this is also wrapped in plastic. Also, what I found in the box is some sim racing socks. Quite nice, so I'll definitely be trying these out. Instructions how to disassemble the shifter and change the switch if needed. And there's also a QR code. Instructions how to adjust the preload of the handbrake and to switch between the linear and non-linear modes. First we'll take a look at the shifter. The material is steel and 3D plastic. The handle is what they are saying Alcantara-like, and for all it does sort of look like Alcantara, it certainly doesn't feel like it. I was expecting like a soft foam feel, but it feels quite solid. I'm guessing there's plastic underneath. I'm not going to take anything apart, so I'm just going off what I can see. But if you would like a detailed look on how these products operate, you can check out their website. They have a video to show the internals in operation. So if we take a look underneath, you can actually see the switch. As I'm operating the handle, you can see it activating the switch. Now we'll take a closer look at the top of the inside of the shifter. Just as I initially pull the handle, you can see there's some magnets there. Just before the magnets separate, there's like an extra force, and then the spring takes over. Moving on to the handbrake. Again, the same as the shifter, the materials are exactly the same. Steel, 3D plastic and Alcantara-like handle. And now we'll take a closer look on the underside of the handbrake. You can see there that there's a preload spring which can be adjusted. And this is where the adjustments are made for the preload spring, which looks simple enough. Also adjustment for the linear and non-linear modes, and there's also a switch on the back to switch between those modes. The handle is identical to the handle on the shifter. The handbrake can be mounted either horizontal or vertical, and there's also an adjustment on the handle. Moving on to a noise test. So the handbrake is quite silent. There is a little bit of noise, as you can hear the spring there just as a pull, but it's very minor. The shifter on the other hand is quite noisy, and there's a little bit of play in the handle. So I think there's definitely some room for improvement on the shifter. Now we'll move on to some gameplay, and I think there's only one way to test these out, and that's drifting. As I said, there was a little bit of play in the handle of the shifter. As I operate the shifter, I can feel that play. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it is there. I really like the handbrake, but I think it could have been better if the handle was height adjustable. But the actual overall feel was really good. Setting everything up was really easy. It was just plug and play. I didn't even have to install any software, so that is definitely a thumbs up. According to 3D Wrap, the shifter and handbrake is compatible with a console if you use an adapter. I'm not too sure which adapter you need, but it is possible to use these with a console. So as for my final thoughts, I definitely recommend the handbrake. I do really like the handbrake. The shifter is okay, but just bear in mind the downsides that I've mentioned. If anyone wants to know the car and map that I've used in this video, I'll leave links in the description. Don't forget to leave a like, and thanks for watching.